Everybody goes out to do their grocery shopping, and we all know that shopping for food is never cheap and always puts a dent in our wallets. Well, what if I told you that there are many ways for you to actually save money grocery shopping? Here is a list of things you can do to save money while grocery shopping. Number 1. Bulk things up. Did you know that buying items in bulk can save you tons of money per year? Of course, prices vary depending on where you live and what kind of food you buy, but say, for example, there are ramen packages that go for $1 per packet, being sold in singles. But if you purchase a box of ramen at, say, for example, Costco, the same ramen will cost 85 cents. This is not limited to just ramen either. Meats, canned foods, any non-perishable foods, shelf staples, paper towels, toilet paper, and more are much cheaper if you buy in bulk. Even rice can be bought in larger quantities for cheaper, and the best part is that rice takes years to expire. If you know where to look and do your research, you can easily find cheaper and bulkier groceries. Just the packaging itself will cost you money every time you purchase an item, so why wouldn't it be cheaper to buy in bulk? You waste less plastics, and you become just a tad bit more environmentally friendly. Number 2. Cook, don't order in. One key important aspect in how groceries make a ton of money is hidden in the cooked portion or freshly cooked foods section of the store. Almost every grocery store has a cooked or fully prepped section in the market, and there is an obvious reason to why that is. They sell freshly cooked items such as chicken, pork, and beef. This also includes pre-packaged foods such as sandwiches or Subways that are prepped by the grocery store employees. Some markets even have sushi or a hot bar, and even though it smells incredibly good, it is incredibly bad for your wallet. Expiring foods or food that doesn't look appealing will always end up being used for fully prepped food in the cooked section. But you see, the bad thing is that because the meat is cooked for you, you are also paying for the fire and electricity that goes into making the food. Not only that, but you are literally paying someone else to cook the meal for you, hence making it that much more expensive. But the main question when you purchase an item in the cooked portion of the market is, why do I need to buy this when I can make it myself? Number 3. Buy the full raw item rather than packaged items. This is very similar to point 2. Packaged goods, such as canned pineapples or oranges, cost more because they are sliced up and packed together. This means you are paying for the manpower, labor, and excessive materials that are required to package the specific item. So, of course, the food will be more expensive compared to purchasing it off the shelf. Moreover, they may seem fresh because of their packaging, but that is not always the case. In fact, speaking of fruit specifically, it is much better and healthier to buy it off the shelf. This is because having them packaged means there will be added preservatives to make it looks and smell fresh within the package and even after you've opened it. This same idea can be applied to packaged meat. You are essentially paying for the services that the packaging company does for you. The reason why stores do this is because they want to take advantage of individuals who do not know how to properly choose fresh fruits and meats, many of whom are young adults or adults who never cook at home. By packaging items, they will sell it at a higher price for its advertised freshness, even though the freshness is due to added preservatives. Number 4. Make a plan and stick to it. Studies show that when you go shopping while you are hungry, you tend to buy more things than you need, thus over-purchasing on foods and groceries. In contrast, when you feel under pressure or have an urge to get shopping done, you are less likely to buy things that you do not need. With this being said, it is optimal to make a list of things you need to buy and stick to it. This way, regardless of how you feel at the moment of shopping, you will not deviate from the list of products you actually need. This may seem like not a big deal, but the truth is, the amount of money you spend on products that you don't need will only hurt your wallet in the long run. Think about the last time you had to throw away something that expired or had leftovers of. Better yet, take a note of the groceries that you end up throwing away and find out what exactly it is that you are wasting away. Not only this, but if you make a list and stick to it, you will find yourself saving a ton of time doing other things. As everyone says, time is money, and when you save time, you will save money. A bonus is knowing exactly where the food items and products lay within the grocery store. That way, you can get your groceries done in a jiffy. Lastly, when you only stick to the items that you need, you will find yourself not distracted from other products. Ham and hot dogs? Why do you need them when you have peanut butter and jelly at home? This point also includes point 2. Barbecue section? There won't be a reason to go there when you have a list to follow. Number 5. Buy groceries in a grocery store. One big issue with buying things at a grocery store is the fact that many stores also carry miscellaneous items. When grocery stores have more space than they need, they will always try to fill it up and leave no space wasted. Items such as kitchen appliances, pots, pans, cooking utensils, greeting cards or birthday cards, pet food, party supplies, and the like are usually stored in the back section of the store. These objects don't expire, so they can essentially store them there without the need to swap them in every now and then like they do with fresh fruits or meat. With this being said, it should be understandable that these appliances, technology, hardware, and etc. should not be purchased in grocery stores. They most likely do not go on sale and will never be cheaper than a store that specifically sells hardware and kitchenware. Not only this, but the selection is much bigger in a store that is designed for appliances and utilities. Aside from this obvious fact, many of the utensils that the grocery store holds can usually be bought in the dollar store, such as toothbrushes, toothpaste, cooking utensils, cups, mugs, and etc. That is the list that we have for you today. Please like this video if you have learned something or have enjoyed it. Until next time.